Hi, this is Deepika from Alore. I wanted to show you how Gmail and Alore will be interacting with each other. So this is where it all begins. This is the Alore home screen, the web page. I already have created a Gmail account, a demo Gmail account called deepika.alore@gmail.com, and I've used that to sign up here. So once I've signed up, I fill in my details. Since I've already done that, I think it's just auto logging it ahead. I filled in my name, email ID, and it asked me for verification. So I verified it in my Gmail, and this is the screen that I'll land up on again. So after this, the first thing that Allure prompts you to do is to download the Chrome extension. So I'm going to, so I already have it downloaded here, if you can see that. So this Chrome extension allows Allure to extract email IDs of prospects from LinkedIn, from Twitter, and from AngelList. So this is an email finder Chrome extension, and the email IDs and the prospect details get auto updated into the CRM. So since I've already uploaded that, I'm going to skip this step here, and I'm going to integrate it with Gmail. So this is the account I'm integrating it with. Advanced, go to Allow. The Allure app wants to do all these steps: read, compose, send email, view, modify, set, edit, see, edit, and download. So since Allure is a robust and dependable app, so I'm happily going to click Allow. I had already integrated it, so that's how I'm getting this error. So just let's just refresh. Okay, here I have it already. So I've already integrated the email earlier, and this is how it's showing up here. Going to the home screen. So this is where it all happens. This left navigation panel is where all actions take place and allows you to react to every customer response or prospect response. So starting from the very beginning, this is how you add a prospect. There are a number of ways you can add a prospect. You can bulk load, upload a CSV file, or you could add individual email IDs if you have that. You could purchase a few lists that we've curated. And what's of relevance to us here at the moment is importing from your email contacts. So in case you're using an official email ID, you're going to be talking to people who are prospects, right? I'm sorry about the sound. So yeah. If you're going to be importing from your email contacts, this is how you can do that. It's going to be super useful for people who are integrating and using Allure with their official ID. So all your contacts get added into the CRM automatically, and that is why this is relevant to have the Gmail contacts in sync with the prospects here. So this is, I've already done that. Since this is a demo account, this is how it's showing up. So contacts in my prospect list are Kamlesh, so he's already been added. And I don't have any other ones beyond this. Next, I'm going to show you how we run emails and campaigns. So let's say you want to send a single email. So you, send it out to Kamlesh. He's here. Subject of the email, let's say I'm going to say test. I'm going to say dear first name, and that's it. I can schedule it to send it for later, or I can send it immediately. So this is how it would work. So this is how the interaction between inbox and outbox will happen, and how we need to check on inbox, outbox, and drafts as to be able to track how the campaigns are being occurring and who is responding. So I'll show you a little bit on that detail in a bit. I'll just show you how to send a fresh campaign. So this is how you send a fresh campaign. It's pretty intuitive, just a 7-step process. So you add a prospect here. You select the lead owner. Now these are various criteria based on which you can actually upload the people you want to put into the particular campaign. So let's say I'm going to do it with tags. So I have a Plash tag which has 4 of my colleagues' email IDs updated. So this is what I'm gonna plan to send this email campaign to. And then I can select my alias, which is deepika.alore@gmail.com. So basically, the prospect would not know that the email is coming from Alore. They're gonna get the email from Gmail, and the reply will also go into the Gmail inbox. So we are just somewhere in the middle. So that's how it's important to set the alias right, and have Gmail talking to and integrating well with Alore. Now you select the campaign time zone here. You can select your delivery date. Let's say I want to send somebody sitting in the Pacific, and at 3 o'clock on Monday I want to send an email campaign. I say Yahoo, or let's say Google demo, and then subject line I just put a test, and that's it. You put dear first name, and that's how you personalize. uh, this is how it goes. You can also check how you can send a test email based on this before you schedule the final campaign. So let's say this is send a test email. So the test email would successfully go to your email ID that you've integrated with. So for example, in this case, I integrated with my Gmail account. So this is where it went. And from here onwards, you can just schedule the campaign. So since this is just a demo campaign, I'm just going to exit it out. Next, I'm going to show you how the campaigns will actually look like. So I'll just show you some of the dummy campaigns that we have here. So let's say this is one random. So these are the kind of analytics Alore provides its users. So the users are able to write campaigns ahead for their prospects and clients, right? So this is how they can get check on who replied, who auto replied, whose emails queued up or bounced, and then you can check on who did the deliverability, the effectiveness, the interest levels, what was the decay rate of the email, what were the opening times, and when, what day of the week, what was the sent versus open versus reply rate. So since this is a dummy campaign and there's practically no analytics here, so this is how it's going to show up. And then you can also track the link performance here. So basically whatever links were there in your email, were they clicked upon. So this is going to be an effective way to check the metric of click-through rates, which is super important when it comes to marketing and sales campaigns. So this is why it's important for Gmail to allow access to these metrics, because until and unless Alore is able to check if a link is being clicked upon, it's been an email is being replied to, it's going to be very, very difficult for us to provide this value to our customers ahead. And I'm sure as a business you understand the value of these as well. So another thing that it's important to track is, of course, tracking if the email was opened, it was replied to, or it was auto replied to, is important. But sometimes you actually land up in somebody's inbox, especially in cold campaigns, where people are irritated by you. So you need to actually block them out of your list immediately before they go social about being hounded by you. So you need to have these important metrics like tags like blacklisted, unsubscribed, or bounced, so that you're not spamming someone forcefully, even if they've asked you to stop. So these are some of the use cases here. And next, I'd like to show you, how the Gmail calendar and the calendar events work. So in Alore, you can actually add a calendar event here. So let's say I want to ask Kamlesh. Sorry. So this is my colleague Kamlesh. I am gonna tag an event saying meeting, and I'm gonna choose a date. Let's say I'm gonna choose 20th, choose a priority low, status, schedule, location, cafeteria. It's a cafe amigo, and okay, I haven't integrated the calendar yet, but so once I've integrated the calendar, I'd be able to sync it with my Gmail calendar as well, and have this event created, so I can do that from within Alore. So this is why the Gmail calendar integration is important here. And this is where we can actually, do the integration with the calendar. So if I go on the top right, I click on my profile, I go to mail integration, it shows the mail has been integrated. I can set my signature here. And this is where the calendar integration happens. So, I need to click on add, and it shows that, the Gmail calendar has been integrated here. And thereafter I check on email notifications and push notifications if I need them. I can set my business hours here. I can set my time zone here. I've set it to India, and since we deal with USD, so we've set USD. And you can have an out of office reply here, which is the no response reminder. So all of this can be done here. Next, that's something of importance, is why we need to we need access to spreadsheets in the drive. So I'll show you quickly on that. So this is the integration. So these are the various tools and solutions that we integrate with. And what's of interest here is Google Sheets. So I already have a Google Sheet integration done, but I can show it to you again. So let's say I'm doing it fresh. So I first authorize. Then I select which of the accounts I want to, integrate it with. So, okay, so this is my account. This is one I'm going to go for. So the app isn't verified yet, but still, the click on advanced, go to alore.io. So this is what I need access to see and download my files, view and manage the files, view sheets, see, edit, create, delete, etc. So since we're not doing something wrong, we're helping facilitating our users to be able to gain the maximum value by automating their processes and saving their time. So just click on allow. Not sure why that happened. Just do it again. Yeah, so it's done here. So the integration is done. Once this integration is done, you can just go on create automation. So now is the fun part. Once we've integrated it with Google Sheets, so the Google Sheets integration becomes active. Like you can see, the others are inactive here. So I've just integrated with Google Sheets. I can choose what triggers. So basically, if I have a Google spreadsheet where I'm going to add a new prospect in a new row, I can actually get that triggered into creating a sequence of steps for me ahead, which can automate my process. I'll just show you a little bit on that. So let's say, when when a row gets added into a Google Sheet, so which spreadsheet would I want to, take into consideration? So let's say this is the one, Alore outbound campaign responses. So, it will access the spreadsheet, and now it's going to check the worksheets. So which worksheet would I want to take into consideration now? So it could be the campaign snapshot, the negative responses, the positive responses. So let's say I want to reach out to the negative responses, because you don't want people thinking ill about your brand, right? So you might want to reach out in a campaign saying, hey, it's okay, you didn't like our product at this point of time, but maybe we could catch up 6 months later and wish you a happy new year, or something, something to create a positive vibe about you. So this is just a hypothetical situation that I'm giving out. And this is so this was what the trigger would be, and this side on the right would be what action should be taken. So when I see whenever a new prospect gets added into the negative responses worksheet in this particular spreadsheet, then this is the action that should take place. So the person should, I tag the columns, basically first name, last name, email. That's important for us. And then I create a tag based on, like, I haven't created any tags as of now in this system, but you could just add them to a tag, and based on that tag it could actually just flow into the Alore campaign. So let's say I say that this particular tag of negative response gets fed into the campaign random. So whenever a new prospect would be getting added into that spreadsheet, the whole sequence of emails in the drip campaign of random would actually get triggered. So I don't need to, like, manually add somebody's name again and again into a new campaign and do stuff like that. I can just save time right there and then by just adding one name in a spreadsheet and just crossing out one column. So that's the importance of why we want to have Gmail and Allure in high synergy, because it's really important for us to provide the value to our customers ahead. We look forward to your support because we love what we do. We are trying to provide the best maximum value we can, and we'd love your support for this. Let us know if you have any questions ahead, and thanks.